Let's go into gold real quick. All right, here's how we trade news. What I'm looking at in gold, I said this. It'd be nice to break outside a low value, retest low value. Here's where low value locked itself in. Low value area, right just above 62. Above 62. What you want to do with news releases is this. Before the news release, I said I want to break low value, retest low value. It broke through low value. You want to come up to low value. Hold on one sec, guys. Be back in 1 sec. 1 sec. Gold is cranking it. All right, another gold one there. 1 sec. Okay, so there we go. So, hey, nice job. So Joe's still holding 62 short. Let me show you how to trade this thing. This is beautiful. So before news, you want to get flat the market, okay? You want to get flat the market. And I said if we break outside of these value areas, let it retest, and you look for market delta to get negative, which it did short. It broke, it retested. Now here's how you can time the trade. I want to show you this little trick I use. If you look, if I skinny this market down, I skinny this market down right here. This is when the news is released, right at 8:30. I don't want you to touch the first 20 seconds of the news release. Typically, with gold inventory, I mean crude oil inventory is the same way. And with the QM, I like watching the QM. It typically follows that in crude oil right around 20 seconds. It's going to find a push. This is a non-trade for me on news because the market gyrates so much, up, down, up, down, up, down. I want my stop 2 ticks below the swing low or swing high, up, down, up, down, up, down. So I don't like to play the first 18 to 20 seconds. Typically, the 20 seconds is a rule of thumb on news events right after news release. So this I block out. I don't want to trade it with J signal. You get lots of signals. Then you're going to get a push. I say you're going to get a counter push. There's your counter push with positive market delta. And you're going to get a motive wave push. And they work right at 20 seconds. Look how I said before news events, watch at the 20-second mark. It happened right at 8:20. I mean, the first push happened at 8:30 and 20 seconds. So 20 seconds after news event, you get a big hard push, $600 move up. This was the sell right here, though. This is a beauty. I said look for the break, retest, a low value area. This is how we trade. This is how we trade news events. You want to let the market break. Get this out of the way of you crew traders. You want to let the market break through value, retest value, and then you want negative market delta. Look how my high value area stuck the high to the tick. And that's with trend. That's motive waves. The motive waves are your most successful trade on news events. So there's your short. Good job, you guys got it. Joe's still holding 62 short. Good job, man. That's over 100 ticks, Joe. 100 ticks, man. Good job. $1,000 per one contract. Great work, buddy. Nice job. And it was all predicated on waiting. So the trick is with news events, the trick is I don't like to play these first 20 seconds. Don't look at the Fibonacci dots of first 20 seconds. They're going to be choppy. Chop, 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 chop. Then she's going to find a push. Watch the QM how it does it too. This is really cool with the QM on crude oil inventories. Watch how the first 20 seconds is chopped on the 4 or 5 Simrico, and then watch how it finds a direction and it goes. You get one counter push and you get one motive wave push for crude oil inventories. I put the QM right beside the CL, and it is a beautiful trade setup. It nailed it this week again. Huge trade again this week on 2 different setups. It was gorgeous. So that's how I like trading news events. I like getting flat before news. I like to see it push, retest, low value, high value, and then get into, there's 2 times confluence. Here's high value. Here's your low value. You get negative market delta, and there she goes. Okay, Gerald, go down to crude oil inventories. Crude did the same thing. If you look at crude, Gerald, move down to crude. See if I get with Gerald here real quick. Hey, Gerald, are you in the background? I'm going to move the screen to crude. There we go. If we move to crude, same exact thing. If you look after the news event, right, the news event, the trade setup happened right here at the low. Veronica, good job on taking that long. Right there's your low. Came within 2 ticks of the control point. Right there's your control. And right there was your long side setup. Right after the news event posted, that's your long side setup. It had a positive market delta. And then we've got this big move up here, not as much as gold, but you can see we're buying off of crude oil inventories. Pre-market, we had 3 trades. We had a buy of low value area, 2 times confluence, a sell of high value area, 2 times confluence, a buy a control point, 2 times confluence, and then we had the control here. The key for news events is you can wait, like I said, 20 seconds afterwards, and then you can go to work. That's my rule of thumb, especially with gold and crude with crude oil inventories. If you are trading crude oil inventories every Wednesday at 10:30, put the QM up next to it, and watch how after 20 seconds of news release you get a defined trend up, a counter, and a motive wave, and they're really pretty good, easy pickings doing that way. Same way with gold. I just don't want you going short or long 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds after news releases, because it gets extremely choppy, extremely volatile. I don't want you to trade that. I want you to trade from this system. Look at right around 20 seconds after news release, you're going to start getting some movement off this system. It's a really good way to do it. I want to just educate you guys on how to do that this morning. I put the 5, but I know some traders trade the 4 with the QM since it's not as much volume. Adam, it gives you a little faster entry, but I like the 5. Yep. And I know you like watching the QM. Watch it right around 10:30 and 20 seconds. Watch how you start getting some movement. You get a big counter push up and a big motive wave also. You get 2 really good pushes. Really good way. That's how I like to trade news events. I don't care if it's non-farm payrolls. I don't care if it's CPI, GDP during the month. I don't care if it's non-farm payrolls. Like I said, it doesn't matter if it's crude oil inventories. It doesn't matter retail sales. I like to wait that first portion out because I like putting my stop 2 ticks below that swing low and swing high. And if you try to get long or short with news events between the first second it's released to the first 20, typically, it's going to get so choppy, you're not going to get a movement. You're going to get stopped out. I want you getting stopped out. Plus, your fills, you're going to get a lot of slippage in the first 20 seconds. And slippage can run your stops. Your stops can get run over pretty easy if you're not watching what you're doing. So the first 20 seconds, you want to make sure that, you sit if you're going to trade news, and that's a good way to do it.